Hi everyone. Hi Shreyas. Hi Rahul.
Thank you.
Okay.
So, how are you guys doing? Sunday morning.
Yeah, where do you live, by the way? Uh, you are currently based in Rajasthan, not Guru.
So, I live in Bikaner,
I mean,
Rajasthan, and my hometown is Bikaner, Rajasthan only.
okay.
And but my office is in Gurgaon.
Do you keep visiting or
Yes,
completely?
currently I am in Bikaner only, not in Gurgaon, but definitely after Diwali I'm planning to go. It's like every month I come to my hometown. I love my hometown.
Shreyas is also my friend, but for our viewers, we can just introduce ourselves. Okay.
All right. So
Okay.
my journey started with MTech, especially my career was started from MTech. So I did my MTech from 2014 to 2016 from ITM University, Gurgaon. And that was the first brick led
Okay.
into my career. There, my thesis was on databases and data warehouse, and I was reading more about the schema to schema less databases. Then afterwards, I jumped to Global Logic for 1 year, then WNS for 1.5 year. Then I gave 5+ years in Omnicom Media Group. Right there, I was poorly into data engineering field, and currently I am in HCL Tech as a technical architect. So this is a quick introduction of my career snapshot. And talking about my hobbies, then I love to play chess.
Okay. I
And
also
I
love to
love
play
to,
chess.
whenever I get time, I love to
What's the
swim.
rating
So
on
these are my
chess.com?
two hobbies. And in my leisure time, just after the office, I do read non-fiction novels.
Okay.
Oh wow! Out of five, it's 4.2.
Okay. I'm not
Out
sure.
of five, it's
Then
4.2, and out of
because
10, when
on
I played
chess.com, I think
internally in
they
my
have some
Rajasthan and
range.
chess.com, it was around
Uh-huh.
6.5 out of 10. Yeah, I spent last 5 years in Omnicom Media Group, wherein my core work was on data analytics at the starting age.
Okay. And when did you join HCL? Here you are, your main role is into architect, or is it like more into management
I
side?
joined HCL. It's been a year now. In 2024 August, I joined HCL.
I was thinking maybe I'll go step by step. So maybe we can start with what does your current role look like? I mean, as a data architect or into management at HCL, especially. So is it like how does the distribution look like of the technical aspect and the management aspect? Because I think now at your role you might not be working with the tool directly, but your team must be working on something like this, right?
So currently there are,
Other than the Excel,
yes,
which
yes.
tool are you working on currently? Like you started from 2014. I mean, what is the shift that you have observed in the tools that you are using in your work?
Okay, the shift towards the tool. Sure. As I told you in Global Logic, my core focus was on Excel only. And then few of the other team members of Global Logic team, they were using SQL as well. So at that point of time, I have started reading about SQL, and then I observed from the Google. I read many articles because article helped me a lot in defining my career journey. And at that point of time, Medium was launched very recently, and I used to read the Quora as well. So there, I read key if you do your work on case study. So that point of time, I heard the word case. Now everywhere case study, everyone is working on it, and everyone has their multiple case studies. So my first case study was on Johnson and Johnson. Sudhanshu, if you remember in webinar as well, we talked about it that
Yes,
when
I read
Johnson and
about.
Johnson came to India, so many Indian brands contradicted them, and they said that by using the Johnson and Johnson, the babies are having cancer. So that was the
Yeah.
that was the fake news which was erupted the market, and Johnson and Johnson shares fall very aggressively. So that was my point of case study theme. So on that point, I created my case study with the help of Excel, SQL, and somewhat of visualization tool. That too in Excel only, not Power BI, not Tableau. So this is how my journey started. And then, Sresh, when I jumped to my next organization, there my job was more into the SQL, because they, when the interview happened, they asked me that, okay, can you work on SQL? So I was like, I have only done one case study on Johnson and Johnson. How I can deal with GSK's data? So yeah, luckily I got a chance, and so from that transition happened. So from Excel, and now in second organization, Excel plus SQL both. And after 6 months, they said that okay, we want to have some data visualization as well.
So, what?
So there I saw the very first
Yes,
picture
please,
of
yes.
Power BI.
No, no, yes,
At
please.
that point of time, Power BI was way much different as you are seeing right. And right now,
Yeah.
yes, yeah. So I was saying that right now, Power BI is very seamlessly getting connected with other Microsoft tools. But at that point of time, back in 2016, it was not as seamless as you are seeing right now. So we have to do many manual things in between to connect the Power BI and data visualization. And uh, that the time Power BI used to buffer before it got created. So that's the only the funny stuff. Maybe you were not aware of it, but when the Power BI launched, I have seen with the data, but because at that point of time I used to work with a data set of 10 lakh plus rows, which Excel won't be able to handle, right? And that point of time, I actually saw that Power BI was buffering, like YouTube video used to buffer earlier. So yeah, this is how my changes from the I shifted my tools to Excel, then SQL, then
What
Power
was the
BI,
Johnson case
and
study
then the
about? Like,
newer age tools, which is Alteryx, which is my
what was the
previous company
conclusion
where
of
I
it?
spent 5 years, and then the Gen AI solution.
Right.
So Johnson case study at that point of, yes, I tell you. So at that point of time, I created this case study of Johnson and Johnson, wherein the fake news was erupted in the market that cancer is happening, and I also put
Right.
one of the case study statement that why Johnson and Johnson shares declined. At that point of time, the shares of Johnson and Johnson got declined. Obviously, it's not listed in India, but so this is was my case study
Yes.
subject, and then I read about it. I downloaded from multiple websites. At that point of time, there was a website which is known as Scholars. So that website is for because I was doing MTech, and Scholars website helped me to generate the thesis. So from there, I got the data of Johnson and Johnson.
So Rahul, right now we see so many tools which can now do data analysis. Even ChatGPT 5 came out, and if we have not a lot of rows, okay, just a small data set, and we can
Maybe.
upload in it, and it can visualize.
Again,
It can
question
deep
before you
analysis
answer
and give
Sudhanshu's
the
question.
results.
Do you use
So,
any
do
AI
you think that data
in your work
analytics is still
other than
relevant
ChatGPT,
in
or
today's world,
is it
or like
only
how
ChatGPT?
it matters?
If I share my screen right now, you will going to see a bunch of AI tools in my bookmark. Obviously, my favorite is Claude, Perplexity, Grok, Gemini.
Okay,
You can say Copilot. ChatGPT comes for me.
I
It comes
think
third to fourth
Perplexity for
number.
him.
I am not fan of ChatGPT. I am fan of some
No.
other things. Okay, so my favorite tool has amazing logics behind it. So logic building is very helpful in that particular tool. And I'll give you one more hint to
DeepSeek.
Sudhanshu. Sudhanshu, the next hint is
Okay,
that
is it
it is
DeepSeek?
very cheaper, and when it launched, it created a burst in the LLM's economy. Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
it's gonna be DeepSeek because it's cheaper and it created a lot
It's
of
very much cheaper, and it's
today's.
logical thinking of deep think. I understand that this is a Chinese LLM tool and whatnot. People have also given. So yeah, for few purposes of my logical building things, I use DeepSeek.
Yes.
Okay, for me, it's Gemini 2.5 Pro model. which is good when
On
uh,
student ID,
I
it
have
is
to.
getting free.
No, I still don't use this. I don't have a student ID. I use it
Then
just
how come you
for the free
purchased it?
part. No, no, just
Okay, okay.
because I use Gemini 2.5 only for when I have to like discuss some logic, or when I have to discuss some like proof of plan for some.
So I see that you both are not much fan of Grok. Why so? Or haven't you guys used it? No, this
Uh,
is amazing. You should use Grok.
I use it, but I'm not very much satisfied with its answer. So I use it. Then simultaneously I check that on ChatGPT and on Gemini also. I don't know why, but I don't like its answer. Sometimes it
Okay,
confuses me. Yeah,
maybe you have given the wrong prompt.
I give the same prompt whenever I have to work with any tool. So I write a prompt,
Uh,
I copy that prompt,
you
and paste
copy
it in
paste
all the,
into
yeah,
multiple.
all the three four tools, and then I see what's because at that time I always think that okay, if
I'll
this
give
is
you a
what
trick
I'm
then.
saying,
I'll give you
yeah,
a trick to you and says whenever you guys are using Grok na, ask them step by step wala prompt. So
yeah,
Grok
right,
is inbuilt. See the logic behind the LLM. Grok was built on the huge amount of Twitter data, right? Your Gemini is built on huge amount of Google data, and your Copilot is built on huge amount of Bing data,
yeah,
right? So whenever you want to work with Grok, na Sudhanshu, do not give role, then context, and then result prompt. Give them, okay, tell me this, XYZ, 1, 2, 3, and tell me this into step by step into XYZ, and then ask it. And then copy that same prompt in your favorite so called.
How is it being actually implemented in real world? Since I think you have been working with enterprises from last few years, have how have you seen the progress of AI adoption in the company? What type of projects do they look for when it comes to Gen AI, especially? Yes, I mean, for example, if I talk, if I be more specific, I'm thinking of use cases
Okay,
where
so you are
enterprises
asking
prefer
that
using Gen
how
AI
Gen AI
instead
is
of
being adopted
any
in the
manual effort
organization.
automation or something.
yeah.
I remember we were discussing yesterday that you utilize, I think, Power Apps for some AI bots, I believe so. Can you please tell me about it again? How does Power Apps help here? I mean, uh, uh, is it specific to the tool itself that they wanted something on Power App and we integrated AI there, or how do we do that? Right,
So it doesn't go like this, right? So whenever, as I
right,
told you, whenever we sit for a proper meeting wherein the client comes into that meeting and he tells about that, okay, this is my
okay,
actual requirement and this is how we should proceed ahead. And then if you are a manager, then you can pitch in that, okay, we have these many tools to work on and then we can go off, right? From there, it's client
okay,
side of view. If they will tell you that, okay, we only can spend $100 per day for any tool, or let's say $50 in 1 week for any tool. Now it's your job, right? It's your job. It's a manager role or it's a director role. That as per that budget, they will tell us that which tool which suits the best. This is number one task. And number second task is that if the tool is finalized by the
okay,
director or by the technical team or manager's team, then the
right,
comes in that whether we have for that particular tool, do we have a skill set or not? For example, Shreyas and Sudhanshu finalized that okay, we will use Power Apps. Done. But at the At the end of the day, you have to come with your team in front of your team that, okay, guys, we have this is the solution, this is the solution we need to give. These are the list of tools. But what if your team says that, okay, Shudanshu, I do not know this how to use this tool, then what you will do, right? So it's a both end scenario. And that's where Sudhanshu, considering he is a lead, hypothetically, if he is a lead and he's an observer in that meeting, he can pitch in that point of time that, okay, guys, hey, I want to say something that currently my team can handle A, B, C, D tool. Can we discuss about A, B, C, D tool? If not, then give me some at least 15 days, 1 month or 2 months to hire a new
Uh,
person. And that's from that
got
point
it.
of time,
Do,
Sudhanshu will open in Naukri.com
yes.
that, okay, this is the particular skill sets we need and we are looking for a candidate. So they both are interconnected.
Okay, just
Yes,
we'll
Sudhanshu.
get back to the first question we asked when we were talking about these things. Is now there are many tools in the scenario. Okay, there are many AI tools which we all have discussed, and we all use those tools. Okay, so what about data analytics as whole? How relevant it is, and how freshers can actually get into the field when they are not at all experienced and they hardly know anything other than fish knowledge.
So do you want a rosy question or do you want a rosy answer or do you want a cactus answer?
Definitely not. This is not the kind of podcast I want a rosy answer. I want the
Do
facts.
you
I want the
do
proper
you want a
facts.
answer in a way of a LinkedIn post that, okay, wow, very good, this is powerful, this is big, this is huge, or you want
Oh,
to the point reality of what is happening in the corporate
yeah.
world?
So I want the to the point
No
reality because
worries.
right now we are all working. We are
Then
not
you will
actually like,
then
yeah.
then I would have to say sorry to Shreyas first because then you won't get views. Because people nowadays do not want to hear the reality, they want to go with the trend. So if the trend
Yeah.
is saying Chat GPT is number one, then people will say that, okay, buy it 400 rupees of Chat GPT. If tomorrow trend will say something else, then people will go. But very less people go with reality. Okay, jokes apart, to your question, Sudhanshu, that the people see, as I told you with the finance example, that there are few of the still the jobs present in IT industry where people are poorly using the manual effort, which is their own critical thinking. They are simply taking the AI's help till extent, maybe 5%, maybe 10%, but still 90% of that particular job is done by the human itself. Now, this percentage will definitely going to increase as we move forward near
Yep.
2030, right? Now, answering to the
Yep.
second level of your question, which is that, for example, if ChatGPT has one feature known as analyze, yes, you are aware of it, right? ChatGPT has a feature of analyze. Perplexity has a feature of data analytics, right? Tableau has a feature of Tableau Pulse. Power BI has a feature of Power BI Copilot. Every tool has their own AI tool inbuilt. From that, you can simply put the data, right? Put the data of Johnson and Johnson,
Right.
and in mere 10 minutes, Shreyas can wow this for me. That mere 10 minutes, Perplexity can give you a deep research report of that particular Johnson and Johnson data. Now the question comes: if the AI tool is doing this much of extended, that too with precision, they are doing this particular exercise. Then what's the job of Rahul, Sudhanshu, and Shreyas? Our job comes into a picture wherein the end-to-end architecture pipeline, which tool to use, which tool we should avoid it. Second, whether that particular AI tool is giving you the right information or not. If let's suppose Shreyas is a junior employee, right? If he is taking help of any AI tools, let's suppose his favorite AI tool is Perplexity,
Right.
but he himself do not know that he taking the left join, right join, or inner join. He will simply blindfolded and he will believe the Perplexity output, right? So my answer would be that yes, no doubt, AI will is able to take the job roles, not jobs. This is the proper in bold letters we have to market to the people that AI is here to take the job roles, not jobs, right? Few of the job roles will 100%, those are the redundant. So, for example, every day when Sresh log into that particular Excel sheet, he put in column 1, column 2, column 3, and then again in the next day he put column 1, column 2. So, that particular redundant task which Shrestha used to do on each and every day, that can be easily being skipped by AI. Now at the parallel side, Shrestha has to make him parallelly upskilled as per the AI is moving. If he is simply putting hands on hand and saying that, okay, Rahul, my everyday job is doing by AI, what should my role? Like, I am free. No, it's not. Right? Maybe after 3 years, he will be eradicated
Right.
from the job. He will be eradicated from the corporate. And not specific to Shrestha, I'm talking. I'm specific to
I think
the bunch of
I
freshers
have a
who are
follow-up
not
here.
aware
Let's
of
say
it.
this
Like
the
critical
answer
thinking is
might be
going day by day
relevant to
very
both fresher
minimal if
and
we are not
someone with
using it
maybe
very
some
cautiously.
experience. How yeah how does someone with let's say 2 to 3 years of experience should look for when looking
Yes,
for a
it's
job in a
relevant to
data
me as well
analytics side,
with
for
10
example?
years of
So
experience in
one point is
industry.
let's say a fresher should have some logical building of it. Is that the same way someone with 2 to 3 years of experience should look like for? I mean, how is the process different for someone with more number of experience as compared to freshers? Okay.
See, talking about the freshers, then obviously their
Okay.
logic building should be 100% clear, right? He or she should be aware that, okay, what SQL joins are, right? When if his or
Mhm.
her manager is giving the bunch of data, then what the data is saying, whether that data is clean or not, whether in which format the data is, right? What is that particular format?
Right.
Can we remove XLSX with CSV? If yes, then what are the benefits? Can we remove from JSON files to maybe Avro files, .avro?
Okay.
Right? There are bunch of the questions which at first comes when you are consolidating the data. Can a human do it? If yes, go for it. I can hire him. And parallel to it, if that same fresher can help me with the AI tools as well, whether he is aware about the difference between a Grok and Gemini, like what Sudhanshu is saying, that Rahul, I am taking one prompt and I'm copy pasting that same prompt into different tools. Can he do it for me? Or he is simply doing a puja of only ChatGPT? Right? Matlab, these are the plain facts, guys. Like in my interview, if I was talking to Shrestha as well before when we were discussing on phone, that my rejection rate among the managers is higher as compared to those. My rejection rate goes to 90%. Like if so, there are four ways. So whatever we have discussed. Number one, Sudhanshu, as I told you, that we need what LinkedIn networking, right? So if I am getting passed out from 2025 from same university, I'll go ahead and create a page of mine on LinkedIn or on Instagram or on Threads. That's free of cost, but I'll give 30 minutes per day for that particular page to make myself visible. Second is that I will use the ChatGPT premium version, not free. Okay. I'll use the premium version of ChatGPT. I'll take out 400 rupees from my pocket money, right? It's like it's equals to 4 coffees per month. And then I'll have ChatGPT, I'll have Gemini free, and I'll have Perplexity free. Number third is that can I do any task which you are giving me without help of AI, right? And number fourth is that again that same traditional skill I will use, that can I create a case study. So for example, I'll present a case study in front of you that why EV market is declining. because that will raise your eyebrow, right? Because your mind says that EV is booming, but I'll create a contradictory slides. I will create a contradictory case study that why EV is not doing good job in the market, why solar panels are not successful, right? So these and why autonomous market will grow,
I
why
have
not
a
electric
follow-up
vehicles
question
market
here.
will not grow.
Let's say
So yeah, these are my four
let's
steps which I will
categorize
do
this
if
into three
I am a
parts.
fresher
First is
of
for
professional
freshers.
life.
Second is for someone with
Okay.
2 to 3 years of experience, and then third person is someone with more than, let's say, 10 years of experience, or 8 to 10 years of experience. Now when you're interviewing someone, what would you look for in all these three, starting from fresher, then from someone from experience, and then someone a very high senior? Yes.
Freshers, I believe I've already told that he should have the basic understanding. I'll jump with the
Example.
experience now because freshers, so we have discussed multiple times. Now talking about experienced person, then he or she should know how to answer. I have taken the interview of 5 years of experience. For example, I have taken the
Okay.
interviews of 10 years of experience as well. For 5 years of experience, I have seen multiple people that they are not easily able to communicate.
Okay.
They forgot to take pauses. They forgot to complete the entire sentence. And they even forgot to give the example. For example, I recently take like it's been 2 months now. I recently took one interview wherein I was taking an interview of a mid-level of employee, and his experience was 3 to 5. He was in a bucket of 3 to 5. So I was taking his interview, and then I asked him few of the questions like, okay, how you did this architecture. So we were
Fuck
talking about
podcast.
medallion layer. So medallion layer is an architecture end-to-end pipeline. So I was asking about the medallion layer,
Yes, yes,
and
we
then
can.
I asked him that, okay, this is the medallion layer, define me.
Yep. Medallion architecture. Yep.
You able to hear me?
आप आपका अचानक से कट गया था.
Okay, where was I?
Yeah, medallion architecture.
I will block this podcast. Okay. 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 To the mid level of questions, like let's suppose 3 to 5 years I was taking interview of, and then I asked him a simple question that okay, you have done what? So he said that Rahul, I was working on Azure medallion layer. Okay, perfect, very good. Give me an definition. So
So
you won't believe, Sresh, end-to-end definition he gave me in a way that this is that exactly copy pasted from Oxford Dictionary. Exact ditto, one each every word you can see in Oxford Dictionary of what the medallion layer is. And he given me this. I was like, oh wow, matlab, how come he is so fluent in giving the definition of medallion layer? And for 1 second, I was thinking like, is he using any AI tool in between? And my manager says, no, it's not possible because in HCL Tech, when we give interviews, we take interviews. The security is 100%. You cannot even use a single AI tool or single any other things in between interviews. So that's the other thing to discuss. But and I was like, how come he can give me so accurate definition? And then after a casual discussion that okay, very good, you gave me a good definition, medallion layer, you used Azure data. Then
chat.
you what? I asked him one question, and can you give me an example like how you did it? And he was silent for 10 seconds. He was like this. And at first I thought that okay, is my connection is all right? Like, is he doing? So I asked my manager, well, we used to set 3 people or a single laptop, and on TV we used to see him. We saw his face, right? So on we see each other. We are looking at each other faces. That why is the connection all right? Like that was the pause for 10 seconds. Like he was this, and after that I said, hello, you there? Yes, yes, Rahul, I'm here only. Okay, I repeat my question that can you give me an example of medallion layer? And he was like, medallion layer of examples are many. Which example I should give you? And at that point of time, my manager laughed at me and he said, "Yeah, how come you selected his resume?" And I show him his resume, and he was like, "His resume discussed." But and from ChatGPT, he gave entire definition too good to be true. And when I asked him the actual use case to tell him, and he was blank. And you won't believe, guys, he was coming up with the experience of 4.5 years. I won't even take his organization name, considering this will be a YouTube podcast. And he was coming from a well-known organization. He was coming from a big four. So this is the very short and sweet example to Shrey's question that to 3 to 5 years of experience, I would highly recommend people that work on your communication skills. Work on the actual use cases for which you can tell. No one is there to ask you the Oxford end-to-end dictionary question. Or they do not. I do not want Shreyas or Sudhanshu to give me dot to dot has been, have been, had been definition with the proper Sachi Tharoor's English. Now, till now, I didn't get a chance to hire someone. I interviewed multiple folks, but the reasons are many. Many people create their resume so beautiful that you cannot even say no to it. And you simply go on with the interview with them, and in interview, they will show the real picture of you. Yeah.
I think
It's like a clown
in
face
this
they are using.
age of
That
hiring is
on
going to be
resume
more
they are
difficult
something else,
in
but
that case.
on real picture they are something else.
Abs-
No doubt, no doubt. You are absolutely correct. Considering I am already sitting at 9 years of experience rate, so I have to see if
Right.
right now I believe you both are working as an independent. There is no someone who is looking at you as a leader, right? For now, until this year. Yes.
right, right.
So when you will guys become a leader after 5 years, you this is the biggest challenge you have to face, and no AI can solve it. Like
Right.
if I have a 10 people of AI, 10 people of team, and you two are among one of them, and let's say Sudhanshu is not working, his working style totally different. He simply works for money. And if I ask Sudhanshu that Sudhanshu, can you solve it? Sudhanshu says, no, I have to go to my friend's party today. I have to take leave. Then what you will do? Right? So handling a team is
Yeah.
altogether a different thing. And when I take interview, I have to take interview in that particular way as well. That because I have to ask few of the questions in a swing way so that I can check his or her personality as well. Because if you are a good working professional, then you can be a good fit. But if you are not a good working professional and you are simply sitting at a very big four company or a good organization, I do not care. I seriously do not care if someone is coming from tier three, but he is a good working professional. I would definitely hire him with 40% or 50% of height. I won't care. I can fight with HR. I can fight with HR and tell him that, bhai, no, give him 50%. I need this employee by hook or by crook.
Okay. Yeah,
This is the
that's
leverage
great.
you have once you are in manager.
Right.
This is the leverage you
So,
have. If you
so
say yes, so then it's yes.
So when you talked about like if someone works for money and when you talk about work life experience, okay. So how important it becomes, like you are in the position who can answer, right? That how important it becomes people or for to have work life experience, because right now the way things 10 years ago were like where people needed a job, they get a job, okay, and they just work continuously, they don't take leaves, and people were afraid to ask for leave, right? People were afraid that how my manager would react, how my organization would see me as an employee if I ask for leaves, right? And if someone says that you need to overwork, they were afraid to tell them that sorry, we cannot overwork, or like I have other things in my life. But right now, as because I'm from Gen Z, okay, the so-called Gen Z term, Shrestha is also from Gen Z. Okay, we are from this generation. Okay, the generation born around 2000. Okay,
And
so
I'm
right
millennial.
now, yeah. So right now, when I talk to people from Gen Zs, they are not afraid. Actually, they are more aware that okay, this is our working hour. We will work. We will give our complete whatever we can,
See,
and then
I'll
we can
I'll
leave.
give the answer.
Yeah,
I understood. So I'll give this answer in a way. See, when I told you working professional, there's a hairline difference.
right,
I need a working professional. I never ever said that you, because see, at the end of the day, it's your choice whether to accept my offer or not.
right,
Right? If the organization is not good or the culture of the organization is not good. So, for example, if you get a manager, right, by bad luck, you get a manager that always asks you to do 2x of your work. If you are getting salary of, let's say, per month 50,000, and he's asking you to do a work of 60,000 or 70,000 every time, and your working timing is morning 9 to 5, and he's asking you to stretch 7 p.m. See, once per month is fine, two times it's fine. But on every other day, if he's or she is asking you to stretch till 7 p.m., then maybe, dude, you have to leave it. I am with you. And luckily, I am not that manager. I will only be your manager, strict manager from 9 to 5 p.m. I won't even call you, I won't even ping you. Or I'm saying to all the other managers who are, especially to the millennials, that these kind of managers till now in 2025 we are sitting, we do not care what you do after 5. But from 9 to 5, I need Sudhanshu's 100% focus. Because my company, because my team is paying you well as what you said, right?
right.
As what you have demanded. And if you are a working professional, I am ready to give you 50% of hike. Then I need your full attention from 9 to 5. If yes, very good, go ahead. Our deal is perfect. You will get a proper hike. You will get perks. You will get a chance to stay at maybe Hotel Taj or maybe whatever perks, whatever the organization is giving. But if not,
Okay.
then maybe I need to hire someone else. So there's a hairline difference. I'm not saying to work more than expected for what your working hours are. Be specific to working hours. And in that working hours too, you will get a chance to play. You will get a chance to play a TT. You will get a chance to have a breakfast or proper lunch break. Everything is in
I think
place.
talking about
Right.
But
these
yes, after
hikes
5
and
minutes,
salary, I
if
have a
I am
question
not
here.
doing my job,
So,
then obviously your
what do you
manager is
think
not
is
doing.
the range
There's
that
a
a
difference
fresher
between
should expect? Someone with
managers
2
as
or
well.
3 years of experience should expect,
Right, right.
and someone with, let's say, around 5 years of experience. So, there are three categories. What do you think should be the range of all these three persons?
Uh,
Are you resistant towards speaking a number or the range also? I mean,
So this is the one
okay,
question I have to pass it. I cannot speak this publicly. I'm sorry.
Okay.
okay.
Both, because considering I am sitting at the person who is already giving on who is already giving you the salary, I
Oh,
cannot say
yes.
no.
Okay.
Otherwise, it will come to me.
You'll have to select any number between 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yes.
And then there's a task that you need to perform on the basis of number you select. Okay. So let's start. Which number would you pick now? You have to tell us, then we'll give you the task. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh, Sudhanshu, can you show the screen? Like, what's the
Okay. I
task?
have picked it.
Good.
I think
Okay. You. Okay. Three.
Three.
no, we'll
Okay.
not do that. We are honest here.
Yeah, yeah. Just a second.
What if you guys shuffle the what if you guys shuffle the number?
Uh,
How
I
how
also
I
cannot
can
see your
believe you
screen,
guys?
Sudhanshu.
Okay.
Maybe
So you have you have chosen
I'm
three.
not able to
and you need to open
see
ChatGPT and
Sudhanshu's
prompt it.
screen.
Yes.
Okay, act
Okay,
like
I
my
am
boss and tell me why I'm not getting promoted.
Yeah. So you have
No.
Okay, the question is act like my boss. Like whose boss? Am I Sudhanshu's boss?
no. So you have to just uh, open
Yes.
chat gpt and write this as a prompt in chat gpt that act like my boss and tell me
And
why
you
I'm not
have to
getting
be honest
promoted.
about the answer.
That's it.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. I think it
But
automatically
I
saves some of your
understood your
conversation.
question that how where it's coming from. From history, it will definitely going to answer. But I never save my history because okay, act like my boss,
and
act
tell me
like my, and tell me what?
and tell me why I'm not
Act
getting
like my boss.
promoted.
Okay,
We cannot hear you, Rahul. Yes.
okay, I can see it. I can. Should I tell you?
Yeah, sure. Share us
Okay.
what it
The
replied.
first
Okay.
answer, the first answer is visibility and impact. You are doing good work, no doubt into it. But sometimes it feels like your impact is not clearly visible outside your immediate team.
Okay.
Promotions often come when leadership across departments sees the difference you are making, not just your manager. So this is the
Okay.
number one thing. I'm not sure from where it is giving the answer. Uh, okay, you are second is strategic thinking. You are very strong at execution the things, especially in the medallion layer. Getting the task done, solving problems, building solutions. But promotions, especially to senior or leadership roles, are tied to how much you are shaping direction rather than just delivering on it. I need to see more of you stepping into
How
strategic
much do
voice,
you agree with the
suggesting
answer?
new approaches versus old approaches, influencing roadmaps of using AI, and aligning with business outcomes.
Okay.
I am agree with only 30% of the answer because this chat GPT I'm not using. As I said, that I'm using multiple tools.
It mentioned
And
medallion architect.
I
work
guess
wise, I use my professional laptop.
Yeah, I guess it replied according to your role and according to some of
Yes.
the conversation you would had.
Prompts,
Yeah,
conversations I had. Yes.
yeah, it mentioned medallion architecture, so you may have sometimes had a
Not
conversation
the
about
same
that.
thing.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, Rahul, that's it.
Okay, guys.
So thank you so much for joining us